What's up, guys? It's Rob from Heroes Avenue. Happy Monday. I hope you guys all had a great weekend. Now, last week was pretty insane in terms of news coming out about the Flashpoint movie and what Michael Keaton's role might be should talks go through and he does reprise his role as Bruce Wayne and Batman. But we have two new rumors that have to do with this whole Batman situation, and they're pretty interesting. It has to do what suit Michael Keaton might rock in the Flashpoint movie and what WB's backup plan might be should Michael Keaton talks fail. And also we're going to talk about some comments or retraction of comments Ray Fisher made about Joss Whedon. That has Twitter talking like crazy at the moment of me making this video. And then at the end of the video, we're going to go ahead and read some comments from my previous video, and it of course has to do with the whole Flashpoint situation and Batman, Jeffrey D. Morgan, and all of that. So we're going to go ahead and read some of those comments. Stay tuned. But with that being said, let's go ahead and get into today's first topic. And it has to do with the suit that Michael Keaton is rumored to be wearing for the Flashpoint movie. Now, just to catch anyone up who's just jumping into this video now, it's rumored that Michael Keaton is in talks to reprise his role as the Batman, and there will be no Thomas Wayne in the movie. Currently, he's not in the script, but Michael Keaton will instead be reprising his role from the Tim Burton movies, and it'll be kind of a continuation of that universe. And it is rumored that he will appear in a Batsuit, but it's not going to be a Batsuit that any of us expected. It's going to be a Batsuit from the popular Kingdom Come storyline from DC. And if you guys remember that storyline, Batman, it takes place like years and years later after Batman has succumbed to a lot of the injuries that comes with being Batman. So as Bruce Wayne, he's kind of rocking this exoskeleton to help him kind of just carry out everyday tasks. And I think this was even done in the recent DC crossover events for the CW. I'm not sure because I didn't watch the current event, but he also rocks a modified Batsuit that looks, in all honesty, pretty badass and pretty awesome, and it allows him to. It's a modified Batsuit that allows him to once again don the suit and fight crime despite his injuries, and it looks pretty awesome. So this is the suit that is rumored that he will be rocking, and this is coming from. This is coming from DC Mythic, run by a guy named Jeremy Conrad. Jeremy Conrad's a guy that has been right on some rumors before. I think I've mentioned him in videos in the past. I don't know his whole background, but he seems to be credible, as credible as one can be when it comes to scoops. So he's gotten some things right, gotten some things wrong. But two of the rumors we're talking about today actually come from DC Mythic, and this article also, again, mentions that we don't know if we're going to get the exoskeleton or not, and again, how big of a role Bruce Wayne or Batman will play in the movie. We don't know how big that it's going to be. I think the rumor is it's just going to be a small cameo role, but that in future DCU movies, Michael Keaton may play a role similar to Nick Fury in the Avengers movies. This is all kind of jumping the gun. We don't know all of that, but the latest rumor is we get a Alex Ross Kingdom Come inspired Batsuit in the Flashpoint. So I think it sounds pretty awesome. Let me know what you guys think. But let's move on to the next rumor, and it also comes from Jeremy Conrad and DCEU Mythic, and this has to do with the backup plan should Warner Brothers fail to convince Michael Keaton to come back as Batman. So first of all, why would DC and Warner Brothers want to bring Michael Keaton back as Batman, besides the fact that he is a beloved Batman? Probably because Ben Affleck has given up the cape and cowl, and despite him trending this past weekend, I do believe he was trending. I was kind of off social media for the weekend, but I hopped on Twitter just for a quick second. I saw that he was trending, and despite the fact that fans are showing their appreciation and desire for him to come back, I think at least for now, he's probably done playing the role, and this is probably why they want Michael Keaton back. He is a beloved Batman, and obviously Michael Keaton coming back would get the fans hyped, right? So that's the reason why they want him back. With Ben Affleck not wanting to come back, this is probably why they don't have Jeffrey D. Morgan or Thomas Wayne in the script currently, because he's linked to Ben Affleck's Batman. So that's probably why he's not in the script right now, and we're going to talk more about that in the comment section. But so WB's backup plan is, not surprisingly, Christian Bale. So basically, Jeremy Conrad talks about how they are probably going to attempt to get Christian Bale back as Bruce Wayne should talks with Michael Keaton fail. Now, it's important to note that Bale has expressed the desire or his wish to pass on the role, saying, quoting, that it's a torch that needs to be passed from actor to actor, and it seems um, like Ben Affleck, he is done playing the role, and he wants to pass it on to another person. So looks like talks haven't even started with Christian Bale. So that's an important thing to note. Christian Bale is obviously another beloved Batman, but I know his connection to DC, was linked with Christopher Nolan being a part of the project. So if Christopher Nolan's not going to continue with these movies, it's hard to think that Christian Bale would want to come back into this Batman role, even at a limited capacity. But would it be awesome? Yes, it would be awesome. And that is a big question right there, man. Who would I like to come back? Would I rather have Michael Keaton come back, or would I rather have Christian Bale come back? It's a hard choice, man. I gotta say, um, you can't go wrong with either one. My question is to you guys: who would you rather reprise the role as Bruce Wayne if you had the choice, knowing that Ben Affleck is done? Would it be Michael Keaton to come back and reprise his role, or would it be Christian Bale coming back as Bruce Wayne? Who made more of a impact on you as Bruce Wayne, a character? Who captured the character more so than anyone else? Was it one of these actors? Let me know what you guys think. That is a good topic for a separate video, just to kind of analyze how they approach the character of Bruce Wayne. Anyways, so that's the rumor. It looks like nothing's confirmed. It looks like they haven't even started talks, but to me, sounds like a good backup plan. Let me know what you guys think. All right, now another topic that has Twitter going kind of crazy right now, as I check it on my lunch break, is comments that Ray Fisher made. I'm going to play the video for you, what he mentioned at a recent Comic-Con, and now what he's tweeting. So basically, he links the video, and it says, "I'd like to take a moment to forcefully retract every bit of this statement." And here's the statement that he had to say.
Yeah, I mean, Joss is a great guy, and Zach picked a good person to come in and clean up and finish up for him.
Still got some more time. What's your name and question?
So there you have it. Looks like Jason Momoa was even kind of holding back some words. It looked like they were kind of tight-lipped themselves, and it's something that they were kind of contracted. They were contracted or obligated to say as a part of their contract and sell the movie that was coming out, right? And it's no surprise to me, and it's funny. Like, people on Twitter are like posting the pictures on Vero of people like Zack Snyder even liking this comment. And it's no surprise, Joss Whedon has had his share of controversy in the past. He's been ridiculed and criticized by even his ex-wife, and been attacked as a fake feminist and everything like that. So, again, I'm not going to go into all of that. It's just something that has Twitter talking, the Twitter world talking, and really just shows you that it shows you how chaotic it must have been behind the Justice League scenes once Zack Snyder left the project, especially from the actors who loved Zack Snyder and really owe everything to him. How they must have felt, and how much they've been holding in this whole time. And had the Snyder movement, the Snyder Cut movement not have happened, it's just something they would have had to live with the whole time. And luckily, we live in a world where the Snyder Cut does exist, and we get to see it, enjoy it, and it's just, it just feels so rewarding that it's something we fought for, and that fight that we put in has helped, like, people like Ray Fisher, who's now coming out, and other actors who've coming out, and just kind of letting loose what they've been holding in this whole time. Kind of crazy. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments below. With that being said, let's just go ahead and read some of your comments from my last video. Yeah, and a lot of them, and they're going to have to do with the whole Thomas Wayne being not being included in the Flashpoint movie. So I'm not sure if I'm saying this right. Malaki Draws says, "Thomas is kind of key. I hope they don't do with this story what was done to the animated Hush movie." And I get you, man. Thomas Wayne is pretty key to the point of the Flashpoint storyline, if you guys are familiar with it. Now, can they alter the story to make it work? I think they can, but man, Thomas Wayne was such a dope part of that story, and it's probably one of the more interesting alternate versions of Batman. And yeah, I do agree with you. Like, that animated, I usually like DC animated animated movies, but Hush was my least favorite, one of my least favorite animated movies that DC has put out. All the movies have changed stories to make it fit the format that they're they're giving us, so animated form. But Hush just it was so unsatisfying to me. So Giannis MP96 says. People believe anything a blogger says instead of waiting for official news. Thomas Wayne was probably removed from the script because Ben Affleck left the role, so it would make sense to have him in Flashpoint. Okay, yeah, I kind of mentioned that a second ago, but yeah, Giannis, good point. And the other point is I'm not believing, like, especially this channel, right? We're not believing everything anyone says. But it's always fun as fans to speculate, especially because we have so much time between movies. Of course, we're going to go ahead and look at stories, talk about them, talk about the what ifs. But anyways, Thomas Wayne being removed from the script because Ben Affleck left the role, I guess it does make sense. Yeah, it does make sense. And I talked about that earlier because Jeffrey D. Morgan as Thomas Wayne is linked to Ben Affleck's Batman from BVS. So if Warner Brothers, doesn't want to keep that connection there, then it makes sense to not include him in there, or at least the actor. They can include Thomas Wayne, but Jeffrey D. Morgan, he's just such a great actor that I think that's why fans have such a desire to see him come back. So Andre Tavares says, dude, awesome content, loving your channel, bro, keep up the good work. This movie is going to be killer. Yeah, thanks Andre for your support. You've been supporting the channel for a while. Marco Zolo says, I'm so glad there's no Jeffrey D. Morgan Batman. As a good actor that he is, he would be wasted in that role. He is made to be Lobo, and hopefully introducing Green Lantern or a New Gods spinoff. It's funny, like so many people want to see Lobo casted in DCU, and I just think they're so far from that right now. They haven't even introduced all the core Justice League members, and people love Lobo. He's just a beloved character, I guess. But Jeffrey D. Morgan, I'm going to have to disagree in that regard because I think, yeah, you're right. He's a great actor, but I do think he would be a killer Thomas Wayne and the Flashpoint Batman. I think he would embody that character. It would be so awesome. But hey, to each their own, and maybe he's not even in it. So Yamo Knight says, I hope Keaton doesn't be the main Batman for the DCEU going forward. I hope so as well, and who knows where the future takes us. It's kind of hard to tell right now, but we'll talk about that for sure when it's all confirmed. Nico Panther says, we don't know if the Batman suit will have the white eyes, but let's hope so. As for the Flash, if they want to focus on the Scarlet Speedster, so be it. We just have to see. Personally, the film needs Thomas Wayne to balance out Flashpoint, but then again, they'll want to use the potential film Reverse Flash more in the future. Hey, that's a good point, right? Maybe they take out Thomas Wayne as a character to really focus in on introducing a new villain, Reverse Flash. Good point. And I cannot wait to see who they cast for that role. And they better not, gender bend the character. Gosh, that would not work for me. That was a rumor that happened a long time ago. And as far as White Eyes Batman, if you're interested in that was what we talked about in the last video. Last comment for today says, I'm sorry if I'm going to say your name wrong. Abhinav Singh, it says, trust me, WB is going to ruin the great Flashpoint story with this upcoming Flash movie. Also, the script writer of this movie is the same person who wrote Birds of Prey script, and we know the results. The same thing will happen in the Flash movie. Oh, man. So, yeah, Birds of Prey, I enjoyed it for what it was. Not my favorite movie, not something I even rewatched. I've only seen it once, but I went in there with kind of low expectations, and I had some fun with it. So, You make a good point. DC, I wish they didn't include this storyline as the first storyline. But again, I don't know what they have in line. So until we get some sort of sense of how the story is going to go and how it might connect to other DC movies in the future or their future plans, do they even have plans? Sometimes Warner Brothers seems to operate with no future plan ahead of them. I'm not gonna really complain too much. But yeah, I do have a fear. I think DC fans have a tendency to kind of have this fear going into movies, especially because it seems that there was this, there's this bias going into a lot of DC movies from the critics. So I get your sentiment, but I'm hoping for a good movie. Again, I'm not going to worry too much about it right now, and I'm hoping you're wrong, and I'm sure you hope you're wrong too, as far as ruining the Flashpoint storyline. So that's all for today, guys. Let me know what you guys thought about all these stories in the comments below. Thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy the video, please give it a like, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Hit the notification bell for more videos like this, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.